Amid massive heat wave across India, maximum temperature in Delhi has breached the 49 degrees mark, while Mungeshpur recorded the temperature of 49.2 degrees. Palam recorded 46.4 degrees Celsius. Residents of the national capital say that they have been struggling due to the extreme weather conditions.
सारा दिन आज ड्यूटी करके आए तो बाइक पे भी अभी भी इस टाइम लू चल रही है इसमें लेकर गर्म हवा सारी इस टाइम भी बहुत एहसास हो रहा है सड़क पे चलना भी मुश्किल हो रहा है
गर्मी लग रही है गिलास जूस से क्या होता है अब नेका देर बस नहीं आएगी फिर पीने पड़ जाएगा और न पी सकते हैं हाँ नेका सुकून मालूम पड़ा है क्या मालूम पड़ेगा
गर्मी और इसलिए मैंने 2 गिलास जूस पिया है जब जाके थोड़ा तसल्ली मिली है अब मुझे घर जान दो
लग रहा है शाम हो गया फिर भी गर्मी जैसा
नहीं गर्मी तो काफी एसी तक फेल हो गया भैया मेरे घर के तो मेरे कमरे के एसी तक फेल हो गए हाँ बहुत ज्यादा
बहुत चैन मिलता है कहाँ जहाँ भी चलते इतना गर्मी लगता है मन कर रहा है कहाँ ठंडा पानी मिले वहाँ जाकर पियो तो गर्मी तो बढ़ गया अभी बहुत
गर्मी बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ी है
जी जी
पानी ने वो पानी वाला पानी पीने वाला का भीड़ बढ़ता है गर्मी 2-3 रोज से काफी हो गया ज्यादा.
Meanwhile, people of Rajasthan's Jodhpur were seen protesting with earthen pots after intense heat wave conditions prevailed in the city. Jodhpur witnessed a maximum temperature of 47 degrees Celsius. The ongoing spell of heat wave conditions have badly affected normal life, especially drinking water supply in many areas of the city.
राजस्थान का टेम्परेचर और विशेषकर जोधपुर का टेम्परेचर 45 डिग्री से ऊपर पहुंच चुका है और इस भीषण गर्मी को देखते हुए नगर निगम की ओर से हमने एक विशेष अभियान की शुरुआत आज से होने जा रही है जो पहले तो आज प्रथम दिन मुख्य सड़कों पर पानी का छिड़काव किया जाएगा. जो हमारी 4 मशीनें हैं जो हमने वैसे तो विशेष तौर पे ये पोल्यूशन कंट्रोल के लिए मशीन है जो हवा में धूल के कण को कम करती है और एक पानी का छिड़काव करती है. लेकिन साथ साथ मेरा ये मानना है कि ये गर्मी में भी छिड़काव करने से हमें इससे राहत मिलेगी, इसलिए हमने इनकी शुरुआत आज से की है. ये चारों मशीनें जोधपुर की अलग अलग दिशाओं में आज जाएगी और विशेष तौर पर आज मुख्य सड़कों पर छिड़काव करेगी और आने वाले दिनों में लगातार गर्मी को देखते हुए अंदर की सड़कों पर भी अगर हमें ज़रूरत पड़ी तो हम इनको अलग अलग वार्डों में भी हमें छिड़काव के लिए इन गाड़ियों को भेजा जाएगा.
Moving on, the flood situation in Assam continues to be grim. 25,000 people across 6 districts have been impacted by floods. The Indian Air Force has been pressed into action to carry out evacuations across the flood-hit state. IAF airlifted civilians stranded in a train at railway station in the Hasao district. According to the State Disaster Management Authority, 7 people are missing from the Haflong district. My colleague Nibir sent us this report from earlier this day.
First wave of flood has hit the state of Assam. 6 districts are majorly affected and one of them is Hujai district. Currently we are in the Hujai district and this is the road that leads to West Karbi Anglong to Pring areas, and as you can see the road now looks like a river. Look at this road here. This road now looks like a river. This is a major road that connects Hujai district to Karbi Anglong, West Karbi Anglong, and now the flood waters have breached the farmlands. It has entered the road and it now looks like a river, and the rainfall is continuously pouring, and it is expected that till 18th of May the rainfall will continue. The villages here have been evacuated to nearby safe lands by the SDRF. However, as per the locals, this time the floodwaters are higher than the previous years. We are going to speak with few of the locals here. भैया इस टाइम तो ये बाढ़ हुआ है, पहले से ज़्यादा हुआ है क्या?
पहले से इस बार ज़्यादा हो रहा है. शायद इस बार बहुत ज़्यादा है और एक बार जब ये रास्ता खुला था तो गाड़ी चलाचल कर नहीं सकता था, जान वाहन भी चल नहीं सकता था. इस बार ऐसा हुआ है पूरा मतलब जितना रास्ता है सब ब्लॉक कर दिया, पानी पूरा पानी है पानी. और
ये जो जिस तेजी से आ रहा है पानी वो बहुत ही डेंजरस लग रहा है.
बहुत डेंजरस मतलब एक बार जो फ्लड हुआ इससे भी डेंजरस है.
तो अभी क्या लोग यहाँ के लोग कैसे यहाँ पे रह रहे हैं इस फ्लड?
मकान छोड़ के भाग रहा है, घर बाड़ी छोड़ के चले जा रहे हैं सब लोग, कहीं भी रहने.
जो रास्ता है ये पूरा बंद हो चुका है अभी.
जी हाँ, ये तो पूरा बंद हो चुका है. ये कार्बी आंगलों जाने का रास्ता है, फिलहाल अभी बंद है. वो अभी आगे जाएगा डेंजर है, जो जाएगा मर जाएगा, ऐसा हालात है. और यहाँ का लोग बहुत दिक्कत में है, पेड़ में चढ़ के रह रहा है.
As you can see, this time the flood waters are, stronger than the previous year, and the waves here are so strong that I've asked them to hold me if I even fell down. So this is the situation here in the Hujai district right now. The flood waters have breached the road, breached the farmland, and people are now residing in the higher lands. They have to flee from their houses because of the situation.
While granting bail to a man accused of sexually assaulting a minor boy, the Bombay High Court has observed that kissing on lips and fondling are not unnatural offences under Section 377 of IPC. The man was arrested last year after the 14-year-old boy's father filed a complaint. The 14-year-old had informed his father that he visited the accused for recharging an online game, and it was then that the accused kissed him and touched his private parts. However, the judge noted that a medical test conducted on the boy did not support his statements of sexual assault, and in the present case, this prima facie would not constitute offence under Section 377 of the IPC. All right, let's get you other stories from across the country. 4 people were injured after a marriage mandap collapsed mid-nuptials in Maharashtra's Palghar. The incident took place following strong and gusty winds in the area. A businessman was murdered in broad daylight in Rajasthan's Nava area. The deceased was a salt trader and was murdered by a group of 4 to 5 unknown men. Massive traffic jam was seen in Haridwar. Reportedly, it took place due to heavy tourist influx in the wake of Char Dham Yatra. And it's time for a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be back. It was the last day of Congress's 3-day Chintan Shivir. Rahul Gandhi said that the party must reach out to people and completely reform their communication systems. Rahul Gandhi also said that the country is witnessing a systematic destruction of institutions. A slew of decisions for effective operations of the Congress party are also expected. Sources say that a parliamentary board will be revived, which was one of the key demands of the rebel G23 group. Sources also suggest that political resolution has been passed on EVM, and this issue will be discussed with like-minded parties.
The systematic destruction of the institutions that help India, help the states of India speak to each other. That we must ensure the idea that one person per family should get a ticket. That it is very important that we limit the number of family members that are involved in our organization. Let them work, let them develop, and then let them join the organization.
The Congress interim president Sonia Gandhi, during the concluding session of Chintan Shivir, announced that Congress will start a nationwide campaign called Bharat Jodo Yatra from Kanyakumari to Kashmir this Gandhi Jayanti. Sonia said that the yatra will strengthen the bonds of social harmony that are under stress these days and to preserve the foundational values of the constitution that are under assault, and to also highlight day-to-day concerns of people.
We will launch the national Kanyakumari to Kashmir Bharat Jodo Yatra, beginning on Gandhi Jayanti this year. All of us, young and old, will participate in it. Seniors will have to find ways to accommodate seniors like me in this, on how to easily participate in the yatra without having to run out of breath and God knows what else. The The yatra is to strengthen the bonds of social harmony that under severe stress and to preserve the foundational values of our Constitution.
This Chintan Shivir of Congress Party in Udaipur has finally come to end, and various suggestions that were being given to the party high command, that all has been discussed in the group discussions which took place in these 3 days of this brainstorming session. Almost 430 members took part in this Chintan Shivir to discuss over the matters like the political situation which is prevailing in the country, or the economic crisis, social injustice, youth empowerment, or the organizational changes that needs to be taken by the Congress party. As the Congress president has also said in her speech that for the survival of any organization or any political party, the changes are the need of the hour, and that is why various suggestions were being given to the party high command, whether it is about the implementation of one family, one ticket, or one person, one post in the organization. And today also this has been asserted by the Congress former President Rahul Gandhi that these changes needs to be taken within the Congress party.
Shifting focus now, after a magisterial probe was ordered in the Delhi fire tragedy that claimed 27 lives on Friday, the National Human Rights Commission issued a notice to Delhi government and sought a report within 2 weeks. The commission also called out the callousness of authorities and has decided to send its team to the spot for investigation. Now, earlier, the Delhi police arrested the building owner, Manish Lakra, and 2 company owners. The police said that the building had no fire NOC and clearance from the MCD. And they have now set up a special team to probe which agencies are responsible for the massive fire that claimed 27 lives. And the police have also received missing queries of 27 people, out of which 21 are women.
टोटल जो डेड बॉडीज़ हैं इसमें से जो मिसिंग पर्सन क्यूरीज आई हैं हमारे पास, वो भी 27 आई हैं। उसमें हमारे पास 21 फीमेल की मिसिंग क्यूरीज आई है और 6 मेल की आई है। और डेड बॉडीज़ को आइडेंटिफाई करने में हम 14 फीमेल आइडेंटिफाई कर चुके हैं और 3 मेल आइडेंटिफाई कर चुके हैं। इसमें 80 से 100 लोग तक थे बिल्डिंग में। जो अभी तक ये जो हमारे फैक्ट सामने आए हैं उसमें अभी हमारे पास फायर की NOC अभी तक इसमें पता चला है कि नहीं लिया हुआ है।
JNK LG has ordered inquiry on tear gas shelling against protesting Kashmiri Pandits. JNK administration said strict action will be taken against officials involved in the action.
ये बहुत ही दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण हुआ है और हमारी पूरी संवेदना भट्ट जी के परिवार के साथ है। कुछ लोग अमन चैन खराब करने में लगे हुए हैं। प्रशासन पूरे संवेदनशील ढंग से इस मामले को गंभीरता से ले रहा है और जो PM पैकेज के अंतर्गत या बाकी दूसरे तरह से भी जो लोग सरकारी नौकरी में लगे हैं उनकी सुरक्षा का विधिवत इंतजाम किया जाए, इसके लिए हमने बैठक की है।
Inquiry has been ordered into lathi charge and tear gas shelling by the Jammu and Kashmir police, by the Lieutenant Governor. He met several delegations of PAGD and other political parties where they put forward their point of view about the current political climate and also how the situation is not well. And that is why we are still seeing there are still protests going on of the Kashmiri Pandit community here in Srinagar, where they are saying that we have the right to live and no to unsafe work environment. Now they are seeking their transfers outside Jammu and Kashmir Valley. They say that the work atmosphere is not conducive as of now and they should be taken out. But what this will bring is that the government's saying about bringing back Kashmiri Hindus and Pandits and resettling in Kashmir will have a big impact on it. We'll try to speak to one of those protesters. Ma'am, आज सरकार ने कहा कि इंक्वायरी करेंगे टीयर गैस शेलिंग में, उसके बावजूद भी आप प्रोटेस्ट पे बैठे हैं। वो कह रहे हैं कि हम कुछ चेंजेस करने के लिए तैयार हैं। क्या आपके मुद्दे हैं?
देखिए, मुझे बताइए, जब तक सरकार ने या हायर अथॉरिटीज़ ने ऑर्डर नहीं दिए होंगे तो टीयर गैस शेलिंग हुई कैसे? अब ये तो सब फेक है कि उन्होंने इंक्वायरी के ऑर्डर्स दिए, ये दिए, वो दिए, सब फेक है। ऑर्डर्स वहीं से आए होंगे, उन्हीं ने ऑर्डर्स दिए होंगे, तो इसलिए हमें पागल मत बनाइए। आगे हमारी डिमांड्स को सुनिए, पहले वो हमारे पास आए तो सही। हम 3 दिन से यही बोल रहे हैं, एलजी साहब हमारे पास आइए, हमारी बात सुनिए। ये फेक इंक्वायरी के ऑर्डर्स मत दीजिए, प्लीज हमारी बात आके सुनिए।
A moment of celebration in Sri Lanka amid a crippling economic and political crisis. Nationwide curfew was lifted to allow Sri Lankans to celebrate the Vesak festival that commemorates the birth, enlightenment and death of Lord Buddha. The curfew was imposed on May 9th after deadly clashes. Many public and private buildings were seen flying the multicolored Buddhist flags. Residents also visited temples dressed in white clothes for the festival. Legendary Australian cricketer Andrew Symonds, aged 46, died in a car accident in Queensland, Australia, when his car left the road and rolled. Symonds is the third Australian cricket legend to suddenly pass away this year, following the tragic deaths of Shane Warne and Rod Marsh in March. Symonds played 26 tests for Australia and was an integral part of Australia's white ball sides that dominated the world between 1999 and 2007.